until you believe it. I am powerful. I am strong. I am successful. I am abundant. I am rich. I am determined. I am focused. I am disciplined. I am capable of anything. I am a powerful creator. I am limitless. I am. I am. Thoughts are powerful. Thoughts lead to action. Actions over time become habits. And habits lead to long, lasting results.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to episode 13 of the Coach's Corner. Today we're going to talk about trusting the process. And there's a lot of different ways we can talk about trusting the process. I introduced this to you guys weeks ago on the pyramid. And now we have two awesome individuals that I'm going to introduce here in just a few minutes. But before I do that, like I said, we're going to talk about trusting the process. We're going to talk about kind of what it means to high school athletes. They're going to give their personal perspective on it. I'm doing my personal perspective abbreviated, so we can't sit here for the whole hour and you listen to me, talk to myself or talk to you. But I'm going to play a video for you right now. So I hope that you can get something out of the video. I really want you to pay attention to the middle of the video and the ending of the video. Once the video is concluded, Blazeman, you can bring up my guest and then we'll go from there.
How did you get that mentality of just being like, I need to get over this. Like, I need to get over myself.
Trial and error. You grow up and you make game-winning shots and it's awesome. You come back the next day and miss a game-winning shot and it's misery. And then the next day comes and you're back playing again. And you understand that life has this cyclical nature where it's, what you do on Monday, it's fantastic, but then Tuesday is a bad day. But guess what? There's Wednesday. So are we just supposed to live our lives like this the whole time? Versus just staying like this and understanding that it's really just a journey of evolution every day. It's just constant improvement, constant curiosity, constantly getting better. The results don't really matter. It's the figuring out that matters.
I don't even like to use the word happiness. That's just a fleeting feeling. It can just go so up and down. I don't want to chase that feeling. It's just not the efficient way for me to live. I feel like just having peace and really simply just enjoying being alive every day is the best place for me to be. I don't want to be happy and sad. Like, I don't even want to have to go through that. I just want to just kind of flow through life. I experience so much. I just want to take on every experience for what it is and enjoy it in the moment, So I don't want to chase happiness. So I just try to stay even.
The life of a successful person is not glitz and glamour, okay? It's not the glory. It's also not the shit. Some people make it sound like it's shit, like it's horrible, and like it's the worst thing ever. It's not. Are you going to have uncomfortable situations and high levels of stress and tons of situations that are gonna, make you feel bad and make you feel like shit and wear you out and stress you out? Yes, absolutely. You have to understand that there are gonna be times when it's low, it's bad, everything's going wrong, everything's got you stressed, everything's got you mad, everything's got you frustrated. And that could go on for a couple weeks too, even longer. It could go on for months. That's just the life of an entrepreneur. It's the life of an ambitious person. And you have to understand everything is cyclical. You're not gonna win all the time. You're not gonna succeed all the time. You're not gonna have good shit happen all the time. Just like you're not gonna have bad shit continue to happen all the time. There's highs that are super high and there's lows that are super low. And so going through this process of growth and you're pushing and you're pushing and you're pushing and you're working and you're doing this and doing that and doing this, and you feel like it's not moving. It's important that when you feel low that you continue to execute. It's normal to have highs and lows and they're always cyclical. You're gonna have days that are great, you're gonna have weeks that are great, you're gonna have days that are bad, you're gonna have weeks that are bad. And I just want you to know that that's normal, because I see so many people quitting, because that's what most people do. They get something, they get excited, they work hard, they do their thing, they do everything they can, and then they're like, it isn't working, and they quit. Or the minute 2 or 3 bad things happen, they quit and they change course. And you just have to learn that when things are frustrating, when things are making you mad, when things are making you feel pissed, when you're getting to the point where you're like saying, dude, that's when you've got to stick it through. That's when you've got to push even harder. That's when you've got to make sure that even at a minimum, you're still executing on the same path that you were when you were winning, because that's what's going to push you through to a breakthrough.
So before we bring him on, that's again my condensed version of trusting the process. There's a lot more that I can relate to and sit here and discuss, but it's about these individuals that I'm about to bring on. Blazeman, can you please bring on Joseph and Nick? What's up, gentlemen?
What's up, Coach?
How are you?
Good.
How
And
about you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for being here. Go ahead and I'll kind of introduce you guys the way I know you guys. So for those of you that don't know, these are 2 current players of mine. They're in a summer basketball program with me. I've known Joseph himself for what, Joseph, like 4.5 years now?
Yeah.
Almost 5, if not more. I've known Nick over here just under a year. And the reason why I felt that it was good for these 2 different individuals to come on, one, for the fact of Joseph knows how things roll. Okay, Joseph's been around me enough to understand my core values, our team core values, and Nick is kind of newer branch to that, but he's learning quick and he likes it. And the reason why I brought them together is because it'll show the audience that on one side someone's learning, on the other side someone's seasoned. And like I said, this is about trusting the process. So we'll start with Joseph. What do you think, in your own words, for the people to hear from a teenager and from someone who's going to play high school ball? And like I've said to you millions of times, I will follow you and I'll follow all my teammates who do that. What do you think trusting the process is? Let the people know.
To me, I think trusting the process is like, no matter how many times you lose or how many times you win, there's still going to be like people in your way to, like, for you to become the greatest, you need to put the work in, and it matters about how you, like, if you want to become the greatest, you have to put the work in. And like the greatest players like Kobe, Michael, Jordan, they lose. Losing is normal, but losing is a learning experience. When you lose, that's when you tell yourself, what did I do wrong for me to lose? So next time you play, that you got to do better on what you worked on.
Absolutely. I'm gonna add to that a bit. And what I try to make my episodes about and my shows about, everything we learn in sports for us as coaches and players. I try as the coach to relay that to real life. I really put my teams in positions, not just in the game, but in real life situations. This helps. We can relate and say it. It helps build character. It helps build class. All the touche things everybody says, but there's a special way that our team does it and our program does it, and I'm proud to say that I've done something right. Nick, what do you say? What do you think? What do you think when you, as a newer player, have you? Okay, let me ask you this, because I can't remember honestly. Have you ever played organized sports before I met you? No. Okay, so if you can, if you want to, can you elaborate on the fact of what has organized sports done for you? And then I'm going to go back to the question I had for Joseph about success.
I think it's taught me a lot, like showing me the ways to go. Like, there's a lot.
Just pick a couple. Like, you don't have to pick them all. Just pick a couple.
Like, it teaches you the lifestyle, your mindset, teaches you new things, things you can improve on, how you can work on it. What else? That's all I can think of. But
that's fine. And I'll help you. That's why we're here. Okay, that was great. Now, number two, what is trusting? How do you see when I tell you all the time? Okay, because we can talk about it, and I want to talk about it. I want to know when I tell you all the time, specifically you, not as a team. Like this is just you right now. When I tell you trust the process, what do you get out of that word? How do you put that into terms when I say, hey Nick, trust the process. We got this. We can do this.
It motivates me to do more and inspires me to do more. You know, like you tell me every time you need to work on this, you need to work on that. It teaches me. It improves you and me uh, as a person. So I think that's what it means by trust the process.
Great. So you kind of answered, and it's fine. You kind of answered my next question for you, which is fine. But when you say that, what for a new player or for a new student athlete, what has organized sports meant to you so far?
Um,
Especially for the fact that you have not been ever in organized sports before or a team or anything like that. So I'm sure it was a culture shock to you. What was the culture shock like?
um, can you like elaborate?
So what I'm asking is, as the new, I'm gonna call you the new kid, for example, okay, coming into a already evolved program or already evolved team, you being that guy that wants to learn and eager to learn, and don't say you didn't want to, you wanted to learn, you wanted to be good, you were afraid you weren't gonna make the cut, okay, because you came out when our season actually was going on, and we had a total of 13 dudes, and and we're trying out. You were, I'm not gonna say afraid, but you were
Nervous.
um, nervous that you weren't going to make the cut because at my what I do and how I run things, I have to let players go,
Yeah.
and that's a good thing because I can attract those type of high character guys, and you're one of those high character guys. But what I'm trying to ask you is, as that you know new role player type of athlete type of player, what is it? What has the game of basketball organized as far as a team like relationship done for you? Like, cause yeah, I don't know you. I'm not in your brain, but elaborate and tell the audience what it's done for you. Like, has it helped you be better in school? Just something.
Yeah, it helped me in school, helped me meet new people, like this kid right here.
Y'all are attached to the hip nowadays. Every time I look around, oh, I'm going to Joseph's house. Oh, I'm going to Nick's house, and that's great. That's what I want you guys, especially during the summer, is to understand. And like my video played for you, it's not necessarily about the wins and losses. I mean, we all love to win. You look me right in the eyes. You know I love to win. I wouldn't coach you as hard as I do if I didn't love to win. And that's what I really wanted to. And again, this is a really good topic for me and for us because I'll be honest, our current situation is not up to par, of not what we're used to, especially Joseph. He knows. We've had our own rough passions, but we're not. I'm not. You're not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. I'll put it to the forefront. We're going to do what we do. Um, and then for you, Joseph, what continues to inspire you to either play basketball or sports in general? Because didn't you play football before this?
Yeah. What inspires me is like people that make it to the pros, like professional basketball players, professional football players. They came from like the lowest, like they didn't have homes, food, or none of that. And for them to make it that far in life, that tells me a lot. That tells me that I can also do it, and that tells me that in order to put the work in, that's the what's gonna come. That's what's the results.
Nice, nice. That's awesome. Um, okay, let me see. I asked that. Okay. Um, okay, let me ask you this one, Nick. What made you want to try out for basketball?
I was actually really bored at home. I went to school, went back
Too much,
home.
too much Fortnite, huh?
Yeah. Um, and then Andrew told me about your summer about your league, and I was like, oh, let me tell my parents. So I told them. Um, I went to the practice. It was actually really cool. Met new people. Did okay. I would say I did okay, and now I'm here on your team.
Nice, nice. Okay, and I didn't write this one down, but I'm gonna throw it at you because it's on the top of my brain. And this is what happens, when I get to talking and we get in this comfortable position that we know that we both are or we all are in. What was your first reaction, Nick? I kind of know Joseph's because we've talked off air before and said this, but tell the people really honestly what your first reaction to me was when you noticed or realized that I was the coach. Like, just elaborate on that because I want the people to know. This is
So some people told me that Coach So was the coach. So I was like, okay. I mean, I know him. He teaches at my school. And then once I got there, I saw you, and I was kind of shocked and didn't know who you were. So I walked up to you, and we just started talking. And you told me you were the coach, and like I was shocked because like I didn't even know because people told me that Coach So was the coach. And then yeah.
nice. And Joe, let's just let the people for as many years in your shoes in your situation and I'm gonna throw your family in a little bit too. Is what was your take on it? Like I know at first you were nervous and you're like, and I'm sure honestly it goes through every kid. Like, and again, this is just my outside vision of it. Is like, oh my God, does this guy know what he's doing? And then you come to find out, and then you understand the system. And you have been one of the more vocal players this year, whether you like that or not. You have been. We've had the conversation. Both of you have, and that's why another reason you're on the show is because I had felt the responsibility to give you guys time to talk about things and let you know what we do on the outside. Let people know. Some of these people don't even live in the state. They're all over the world. So let the people know. You never know who could be listening.
So when I first came to your practice, it was right after COVID. I didn't really know what to expect. I thought I was gonna do bad, but like when we came in the huddle, like you introduced yourself and you're like, you like to win, and I was like, I like to win too. So, and then you're really motivational, and I was like, I like that about you. You're really motivational. You know what to say, and overall, you're just a good coach. And to me, that's what I like in a coach. That's what I feel like I want to. That's how I want my coaches to be in the future. But they're not gonna be all like that. But
No.
now that we have built this relationship, I really enjoy playing for your team.
I appreciate that, and it's kind of off the cuff right now, but I think that's the other thing that I've learned for as many years as I've done coaching now, and you guys know this. I've told this to you off there too. Is that it's about the relationships in coaching. There's some opportunities, that I can't elaborate. I went to a special camp, and again, it's not with what it's the connections you have. It really is, and it goes a long way. And you guys are starting to develop as young men, and you're starting to know that and understand that. And I'm extremely honored to be your coach and be in this position and have these interviews and bring people on that, again, are around me more than the regular typical person. We spend a lot of time together. We put in a lot of extra time together during the actual season and not summer season. We're in front of a basketball hoop 3 out of the 5 days consistently. We continue to do what we do, and that's just again what really makes this special to me is learning at the age that I am, and I'm not old. I don't consider myself old. I never will. But understanding, like the video described, there's more than just basketball. Basketball teaches you a lot of other things, life experiences, team building, team relationships, wins and losses, bad days, good days, horrible days in between. And it's just, it's every day I do this job, it brings more and more joy to me because it pulls people like yourselves out of the circle, and you got and this whole summer team is going to do great things, and all my teams will do individual great things. But it's again like you and we could talk about the bond that you guys have. You didn't know each other. You barely met a year and a half ago, and look at you now. You're hanging, and that's what I want the summer thing to do, and that's what it's doing, and it's a beautiful thing. And I've had countless conversations with your parents about what it's done and this and that, and it's a great thing. So um, it we can go on about this. And is there anything else as far as the whole trusting the process is for? Let's take it out of basketball for a second. After learning my definition of what I told you guys about trusting the process, how have you used that outside of basketball? Like I'm sure you used that. You could have used something else. What's something else you've taken away from basketball and put it into your real lives, like school lives or whatever?
School. Uh, in order for me to play basketball, my dad, he's always telling me you got to do good in school. If you don't do good in school, you're not gonna play. So to me, I always put school in front of basketball because, I also care about my education. I really want to go far in school wise. Like if basketball doesn't work out, then I have an education to get a job, like a good job that could pay me well. But I also really like school. Like my grades are good, and I want to continue keeping them good, and I want to continue playing basketball. So that's what trusting the process means for me out of basketball.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
can you don't agree, but can you piggyback off of that, Nick? What is that? That's kind of the question I was asking you earlier. If it makes it more clear, out of basketball, understanding or not understanding, but learning the game of basketball for you, what has it done for you to be able to take out of what I've taught you, what your teammates have taught you? Give me an example in either in your daily life, your school life. What has basketball given you that you haven't had before? And probably you're gonna say, "Oh, a team about yeah, I get that." But what's something off the cuff, that you could think about right now that it really I don't want to say changed your life, but helped you be better. Yes.
Um, it's helped me communicate more with friends, family, parents. Um,
Keep going.
it motivates me to do more with my family members, and if that's not possible, then we communicate about it and see what we can do, what we can work on. As long as same as school, like my parents have told me, if you don't do good in school, you're not playing sports. So
Okay. And I'm gonna crack a joke here, and your mom's probably gonna wrangle me for it, and we're gonna have fun with it after the show. But I got a call from this young man a couple days ago. Well, probably about a week and a half ago. He's like, "Hey, coach," because I had an event I had to go to for college, and he's like, "Hey, coach, I got some questions about the first game. First game jitters, nervous," and I'm like, "Where you at?" And he proceeds to tell me he's in a baseball game. Great, wonderful. He's watching baseball. Kid doesn't even really like baseball, but he's doing it because his family took him. He's trying to do more family things and then be like out there and involved. Great, that's wonderful. And I just thought that would be a way to loosen things up a little bit and have put a fun spin on things. But that's how much these young men really care. They care about me. They care about their teammates. They care about wanting to do good, wanting to be better. I have these two people right here have communicated more to me ever than anyone I think has, besides probably their assistant coach. That's the only other person who really put themselves out there on the forefront and stuff like that. So, now let's take it to where do you see yourself? Let's say, okay, do you both want to play high school basketball?
Coach, I'm sorry to bounce in, but you're not looking at the private chat. You gotta pop in. You got something going on with your mic. It's terrible.
Oh. Is that better?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. I didn't see that. I'm sorry. I
Uh,
didn't.
that's all right. It's coming back.
Okay. Hopefully that's better. I don't know. Um,
Is there something moving on your desk or something like that? Are you
no,
rubbing the desk, or
nothing's. I'm not
why don't you
touching these.
try? Why don't you try putting it off, putting it back on, or something? Go ahead.
Anything better or
Yeah,
bad?
it's definitely your mic.
Better or worse?
It's like a hum when you talk. It like hums.
Huh. Worse? No, I hear.
I apologize, everybody, but I
Oh,
had
you're
to
good.
address this. Yeah, it's getting louder and louder.
Boys, you don't have a fan on, do you?
No.
No.
I don't know why it's coming. Huh. Better or worse? Nope. Still
Yeah, as
humming.
soon as you let it go, it does it. Just
Okay, I'm gonna disconnect from my computer and I'll use the other microphone.
all right, Coach. We'll just go to a little quick commercial. It's almost break time, anyways.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Just stay there, boys. He's gonna drop to a commercial.
In the distance, light years from tomorrow, far beyond yesterday. She is watching, heart aching with sorrow. She is broken as she waits, hoping when all is said and done, we learn to love and be as one. Oh, starlight, don't you cry, we're gonna make it right before tomorrow.
hopefully it's not popping. Welcome back from the break. I think I'm being heard. I think we're good. I hope everybody was able to get a snack, able to get a drink, able to step away and kind of analyze the first half of this. You can go ahead and bring them back up for me, please, Blaze. Got me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I was in the middle of asking Nick something about high school and taking it. I'm hearing humming anymore. Nick?
Okay, guys, move your phone around or something.
Hold on. That better?
Yeah, that's better. But I think the sound is coming from you. Let me pop Coach out. Go ahead, Coach. Speak.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah,
6.
it's not you. It's them. Yeah,
2, 3,
guys.
4.
Yeah. I don't know.
What is your phone leaning against?
Yeah. What is your phone leaning against?
There's nothing wrong.
I think it's our
All right.
That sounds better. Yeah.
Sounds better now.
Talk to me. Say something.
Hello?
Yeah. All
That's
right.
much better. Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
Here we go. So I think I was talking to Nick, and I said something about high school. Do you see? I think I was asking both of you. Do you see yourselves? I know Joseph, you do really bad. Nick, I haven't caught up with you. Are you trying out for the team, or what's the deal with that?
Yeah, I'm trying out for the team.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe I already made it. They said they would take my 6th period into basketball, and
Good.
yeah, I think that's all.
Nice. Good. And the reason I asked you that question is because I'm gonna go back in time a little bit, and it wasn't very long ago. But when I first met you, you were so hesitant to want to play the game because you are a lot like me and have a lot of similarities. You didn't want other people to see you make a mistake or fail or whatever because you didn't want to and I'm not calling you out for it. I'm just describing, how we like introduced ourselves, and it was a very, uneven road, but then over time you trusted the process and you're sitting here today. You're more, in my opinion, and this goes for both of you, you're more confident. You're like you already said, you're more outspoken. You pay attention to detail. You do the little things. Okay, you do the fundamentals. And you still give me a heart attack with those 3-point half-court shots, and I'll give you 5 or 6 of them. You drop them in, you let them go. That's great. That's wonderful. That's you. That's your character. I'm not going to deform you for you. That's what you love to do. By all means, go ahead. Attack a couple times. You know the drill. But I'm just trying to also let these people know the different varieties of student athletes, we all deal with. You even deal with them as teammates. Some are worse, some are better, some are great. And we go on with it. Thank you, Blazeman. I just saw that. Sounds good. So it sounds perfect. Is there anything else that I might have left out, or is there anything else, because we're off the basketball court, that you might have for me? Did you guys come up with any questions that you want to throw at me?
I got a question.
Go for it.
What made you want to coach?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful question. Not many people ask me that. Well, to get into it a little bit without going into the next hour, because we have another show. By the way, everybody tune back in for Mr. B. Is Mr. B on tonight? I hope he is. I'm over here. Anyway, if he is on, I hope he's on. Tune in for him. What got me into coaching, like you, I wanted to be a part of something. I wanted to not understand. I wanted to just be involved or included. And for you and for these people who know, because they know my life story, it was a challenge for me to be included. But I had a good mentor who's been on the show, and I might even ask him to come pop into one of my practices so he can introduce himself, give his little spiel. And he goes by the name of Peter McGowan. And for my school situation, I had what they called an IEP, individual education plan. Now, do I let that define me and for what I do? No. And he was my case carrier, and he opened doors that I would have never envisioned to open. He gave me an opportunity, and he said, "Come coach with me," and I've just loved it ever since. And that's really the reason why I wanted to coach and continue it. He gave me as much information, and he still does because he's my mentor. We talk on a regular basis. But he gave me the information that I know, and I was able to take it. And it was very interesting that you asked that question because the guy that I had on last week, and I even told him, as you guys know, it's a very unique way for me to coach. I have to coach differently, and is that an issue? Nah, in my opinion, no. I just have to find different ways around it, and and we could talk about all the YouTube links I've shared with you over the years, especially Joseph, constantly. But they're good enough ones to where it gets to the point, it's understandable, and then also if it's not good enough in a YouTube link, I have resources like Coach Reinhardt and what she does, and that's why she's really there. She's there for you guys, but she's also there because I need that kind of assistance, and I'm not afraid to say that. Just like you guys would need, look at it in this example, just like you guys would need maybe assistance in extracurricular practices or trainings or whatever. It's the same thing. Nick, do you have one? Do you have anything?
What motivates you to keep coaching?
What motivates me to keep coaching? Well, there's a handful of things, but I'm going to be completely real and completely honest because this is what this show's about. Individuals like yourself, stories like you, stories that people want to continue. Because I'm going to tell you something that I don't even think I've told this group of people. I don't know if you can realize what you guys do for me. I live through you. I play through you as your coach every single day. Every single day we have practice, I feel that I'm practicing with you. You know how intense I get. You know how pushy but that's a reason because my strength and my power really comes from you. My passion comes from you because seeing you, and I jokingly tease to you about giving me a heart attack. I'm being real about it, but I'm also being funny about it because of the fact that I would probably want to do those things too. I don't know. Again, I'm starting to tell people, and if you have time, I really strongly suggest you go, guys, if you have time, to go watch my first episode, my first 2 episodes actually, because I let it all out on the table. There's stuff that you probably don't know that are in that episode that you're gonna go, oh God, coach really what? It's like I don't know what you watched, but for extra credit, technically no extra credit, but you know what I'm saying, for extra circumstances, go watch that video. Is there anything else? You got a couple more? Anything. Take a shot. Ask me a tough question.
No, I don't really got
Yeah, I can't think of I can't really think right now.
Nice. You're fine. Audience, do you have anything for them? Is anyone still moving in the chat? I see a couple names. Appreciate you, Nick, for being here. Appreciate you, Fallon, for being here. Junior and Angel, appreciate you. Is there anything? Blazeman, you have anything for them? I mean,
You know I do, coach. You know I do.
yes, sir.
Now, which one of yous again been with coach the longest?
me.
Okay. And Joseph, right? Is that you?
Yeah.
You just raised your hand, right? Joseph and then Nicholas. Nicholas, this is your first time with coach?
Yeah.
Okay. So we here on FFN Network and especially on Coach's Corner, we don't duck and hide from anything. Now I wanted to know what your first impression of RJ, aka Coach. I want to know what your first impression was.
You can be honest, guys.
Everybody's got broad shoulders here, pal. You know what I mean?
You're not gonna get extra laps. This doesn't. You can just
This
say
ain't got nothing to do with the basketball or the football field right now.
your
He
general
invited you to his show.
just your general first impression.
I
Like
mean, you
let's
seem nice and like you
like
seem nice.
like let's be honest. You was like, that can't be our coach,
Oh
right?
no, 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 no.
Okay,
Because like
okay.
people told me that there was another coach, so I thought it was someone else.
Do you think Coach? He's RJ to me, Coach to you. I call him Coach too. Do you think he knows his stuff?
Very, yeah, very. He
Is
knows a lot. He's taught me a lot. Um,
is
yeah,
he a hard ass?
I wouldn't say so. No, not really.
But as far as fundamental and stuff, he wants you guys to focus on the task at hand, right?
Yeah,
And pretty much it's do your job, right?
yeah.
How about you,
Joseph,
Josh, when you first met Coach?
I'm not gonna lie. When I first met Coach, I said what I thought in my head. What you said, like I was like, "Is that really our coach?" And then like once I got to know him, he was a really cool guy. He's really determined, and he's like taught me everything I know. Because at first I didn't know what a 2-3 defense was, and he's the one who taught me how to play that. He just taught me how to play hawk, all their defense things. Like he really taught
Right.
me how to play basketball, basically.
So what does that tell you two guys about seeing someone? You understand?
hmm
What does
That
that
means
tell you?
that tells me like that like it doesn't matter how they look or how they appear to you, that they could really do a lot of things like that you don't know. And
That's
then
right. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah,
yeah.
amen.
You know what I mean?
Boom.
yeah,
I really, Joseph, I couldn't have asked for a better answer from you, man. You know, that shows character to me. That shows character to me. And Nicholas, I ain't put you off to the side, man. You boys, listen, coach is not only going to teach you about the sport that you play, he's also going to teach you how to be men and be respectful in your community, be respectful to your parents and everything. Because let's face it, guys, all you got to do is watch a little TV and see what a crap show it is out there, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it. And that's what we want to stay away from. Okay.
Mhm.
I appreciate both of yous. I can't wait to have yous back on. Okay. And I can't wait to show the picture on live on FFN Network when you guys come home with a championship.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So you guys be good. And I wish you all the best. And you guys take care now. All right.
Thank
All
you. You
right,
too.
thank you, you too.
All right, guys, I'm gonna close it out with this. I mean, we'll stay, until our time. Like I said, we got a little bit more time to spare. I can't thank you guys enough. I can't thank your families enough for the sacrifices that all of you make. Okay, I know some of my stuff is a little bit unorthodox, and it seems challenging, but I can really contest the challenging things that we've done, the fundamentals, like he just mentioned, especially Joseph knows fundamentals. I haven't really, well, I shouldn't say that because I did work some fundamentals with Nick, but we didn't get to start our regular season like we wanted to as far as the fundamental aspect. Ask Joseph today after you're done with the show, be like, is it really? It's crazy, but it's helped him be the player he is today. It's helped him, like I stressed to you, put your foot down in the ground and go. Okay, I'm gonna burn that in your brain until you figure. But and then one day you're gonna go and you're gonna be consistent at doing it. You're gonna go, that's so much easier. And then when you tire out the defense and you tire them out, the 3-point is gonna open up. Like this show knows, and I think I mentioned it last week. I stress, and I've even stressed to you guys. I play old school basketball. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not the same as this era of basketball, and everybody wants to be the Currys and the Kobe. And I'm not saying what they do is bad. And he's looking at me because he's heard this story before, but it, and he knows, and he's even got better. Joseph has as far as learning that but again, that's what our offense is teaching you. And I'm not going to name names, and I don't want to put our plays out there like that on live network, but you guys know, and Nick, I'm telling you, from day one when I first met you to today, you've come a long way. Your shooting has gotten 10 times better. Your character's got 10 times better. And that's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking you to be always a superstar and go drop 5. Would I love that? Would I be in your face and going, heck yes, and screaming at you because I love you to death? Absolutely. But we all, like the video showed that I played for you, we all have ups and downs. We all have good days and we all have bad days. Same thing I stress to you constantly. And I'm not going to vary from that. I am who I am, and I'm on this earth because of what I do, and it's just how I carry myself. And I know, like I said, unorthodox, a little bit out there, a little bit broad, like he mentioned. But that's what this show's about. That's what this hour is about. So, again, I applaud you. I applaud your parents, and it's funny because I'll mention it. I even think hearing them now, I've built them with a little bit of character. I think they're your biggest fans, whether you guys think that or not. And I'm not saying you guys don't, but the way I've seen them create their own bond as fans and as moms and dads and everything, it's incredible to hear them really cheer for you and really want to see you as a team play collectively and shoot a basketball around. It's their inner. What do I always stress to you guys? Energy. Their energy off that bench is phenomenal. Okay? And I'm going to tell you, with the way we played during regular season, not summer basketball, because this is only game 2 for us, but the way we played regular season, we won half of those games because our energy level was in the right place. Our mindset was in the right place. And I don't want to preach to you because I preach to you all the time about the same stuff, but repetitiveness and consistency of the same message, it's going to come so easy and so natural to you. And from this show on, if there's ever a message you want to share later in life and you're a varsity player on basketball and you're like, I want people to know, you're always welcome back on my show. Every single guest I brought on here is and again, this is another way of inspiring me because it's showing me as you guys are growing up as young men. Okay, you really are. This is a big step, especially probably for Nick. Okay, because I asked Nick like 3 weeks ago if him and his family wanted to come on here, and he didn't say no. He didn't deny me, but he wanted to think about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. But then when he said, "Can I have my friend come on?" and this is why we're sitting here because y'all are friends, y'all hang out. That's great. That's wonderful, and it makes me feel good as a coach because I'm still doing something right. That's just how I carry myself. If you don't have any final thoughts for me, what we can do, and I can ask the chat one more time if there's anything else that you guys might want to say, might want to ask them for teenager advice as far as whatever that we've talked about. Go ahead and do that chat for me. If not, I can close it out and we can give Blazeman some extra time to get ready for his next show. Are you guys good? Is there anything else that you want to start out? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
We're all good.
I might have a question for them. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see here. Hold on a minute.
I don't know if you can see them, but if he's not, I think you should let them speak. And this sounds good on the show. Maybe you're hearing it because you're producing it. You got a different sound. But when they're speaking, the show, he's not going to be.
Okay, sorry guys. I thought I had one. He said he had one, but I didn't hear anything. So again, all the best during your season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyway, that's a wrap for me, guys. I applaud you. I appreciate you. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's game day. Okay.
Yep.
Get your mind right. Hydrate. Take care of your bodies. Tomorrow night we're gonna compete. We're gonna play our best. Whoever it is. We don't care. We're gonna go play defense. Defense does what? Defense wins championships. Offense wins games. Go ahead.
Good luck, boys.
Thank you.
All
See you
right,
tomorrow,
boys.
Coach.
I'm gonna have him kick you out, and then I'm gonna end my spiel and get everybody back. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. That's basically a wrap for this show. I know we're done about 9.5 minutes early, but sometimes you know what, we got to. They answered the questions spectacular, and I'm really trying to continue to improve week by week. I'm really trying to set up some really more inspiring interviews with some a variety of different people. So I really, really highly encourage you, if you've not done so, please follow the FFN network on social media everywhere: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Kick, TikTok. To do that, also follow my social medias. If you don't know and you want to know, everything's pretty much either Coach Field or Coach's Corner. I'm trying to grow that. I think we're up on Instagram at like 50-something people, and I'm really trying to push that. So if you're not done so, go smash that follow button for me. That'd be a great thing. Like I said before, Mr. B's coming on right after me, so I encourage you all to come back and watch him and at least give him a hello and show him your support as well. Other than that, I'm done here. Episode 14 is going to be a phenomenal one. I got somebody lined up. I think that if he can change his schedule a little bit, we can get him worked out. If not, I will see about asking Blazeman for maybe an exclusive episode with this guy, because this is another really quality person to me that has his own message, and it's a grown adult who's done something and really impactful. So I'm working that out for next week. So I really encourage you to bring your friends, family, and everybody to the network, and we're gonna have another great show. Blazeman, if you're done with me, you can close me out, and there you go.
Feel it until you believe it. I am powerful. I am strong. I am successful. I am abundant. I am rich. I am determined. I am focused. I am disciplined. I am capable of anything. I am a powerful creator. I am limitless. I am. Thoughts are powerful. Thoughts lead to action. Actions over time become habits. And habits lead to long, lasting